White made a move. Queen takes a7. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Knight f3 check. King f1. White is setting up to play rook takes b6 and dominate the board. Bishop d4 was chosen by black. Black is looking to play queen h2, rook e3. Bishop takes e3 and seizes the initiative. Rook e3 move preferred by white. Knight d2 check. King g1. Knight takes b1. Bishop c6. White is on the verge of defeat. Let's go to the next game. White played queen h4. Pause the video to figure out black's next move. Bishop d4 check. King h1. On g5. Black wants to play on takes h4. Rook d1. On h3. Knight e4. Rook takes e4. Bishop d6. Queen f2. On takes h3. Queen f3 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen g3 was chosen by white. Rook e3. Black is setting up to play rook takes g3 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen takes e3 was chosen by white. Bishop takes e3. Knight e4. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. Black just played knight takes f5. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Black is setting up to play knight takes h4 and gain a significant edge. Rook takes f5 played by white. Rook takes e1 check. King f2. White wants to play bishop takes f7 mate and take decisive advantage. Rook e6 was chosen by black. Rook takes f7. Bishop c5. Black is aiming to play bishop takes d4 check and take decisive advantage. Bishop e3 move preferred by white. Bishop c8. Rook takes g7 check. King takes g7. Knight takes e6 check. Queen takes e6. Bishop takes e6. Bishop takes e3 check. Black has no response. Let's go to the next game. White played rook g1. Pause the video and try to find black's next move. King g7. Black intends to play rook h8. Queen c7 check. King g6. Queen f7 check. King takes f7. Pawn b3. Pawn takes g2 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. Pawn f4 played by white. Pawn takes g2 check. Rook takes g2. Queen h3 check. King g1. Queen e3 check. Rook f2. Rook takes f4. Queen c2. Rook takes g4 check. King f1. White intends to play queen c7 check. King h6. Rook h2 check. King g5. Queen takes d8 check and dominate the board. Rook f8 played by black. Black intends to play queen h3 check. King e1. Rook g1 check. King d2. Rook takes f2 check and put immense pressure on the opponent. Queen e2 played by white. Queen g3. Queen takes g4 check. Queen takes g4. Rook d2. White is struggling to keep up. Let's go to the next game. Black just played pawn takes g2. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Bishop takes h7 check. King h8. Black might go for pawn promotes to rook at gx f1 check and seize the initiative. Queen h5 played by white. Pawn promotes to queen at gx f1 check. Rook takes f1. Bishop takes g5. Bishop d4. Rook takes f1 check. King takes f1. Bishop h6. Black's idea is to play queen c4 check. King g1. King takes h7 and take decisive advantage. Bishop d3 move preferred by white. White considers playing queen e8 mate and gain a significant edge. Queen e7 played by black. Queen takes h6 check. King g8. Queen h7 check. King f8. Bishop g6. Queen f7 check. Bishop takes f7. On e5 black is outplayed. Let's go to the next game. White played Bishop a6. Pause the video to find out black's response. Queen g3. Black's idea is to play knight g5. Queen takes g5. Rook takes g5 and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn h4 was chosen by white. Queen takes h4. Bishop b7. Knight g5. Rook a2. Rook d8. Queen e3. Knight h3 check. King f1. White is aiming to play bishop takes c6 check and seize the initiative. Rook g3 move preferred by black. Black wants to play rook takes e3 and seize the initiative. Queen takes a7 played by white. On c5. Bishop c6 check. King f8. Queen takes c7. Knight takes f2. Queen takes d8 check. Queen takes d8. Rook takes f2. Black is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black just played on c4. Pause the video and try to find white's next move. Black wants to play pawn takes d3 and gain a significant edge. Knight d5 played by white. Queen a1 check. King d2. White intends to play knight takes f6 check. King h8. Queen takes h7 check. Bishop takes h7. Rook takes h7 mate and take decisive advantage. Queen takes b2 played by black. Bishop takes g6. Pawn takes g6. Knight takes f6 check. King f7. Black considers playing queen takes f6 and seize the initiative. Knight e4 played by white. White is setting up to play queen takes h7 check and dominate the board. Rook h8 was chosen by black. King e3. White might go for queen f4 check. King g7. Rook takes d6 and seize the initiative. King g8 played by black. King f2. White is preparing to play rook takes d6. Rook f8. Queen g5. Queen g7. Queen d5 check. Queen f7. Knight f6 check. King g7. Rook d7 and seize the initiative. Rook e8 was chosen by black. Knight takes d6. Rook e7. Knight takes c4. Queen takes c2 check. King g3. Queen takes c4. Rook d8 check. King f7. Rook takes h8. Queen c7 check. Black's loss is confirmed. Let's go to the next game. White played on a5. Pause the video to find out black's response. Rook takes g2. Rook takes e5. Queen h4. Black is looking to play queen takes h3 mate and take decisive advantage. King takes g2 was chosen by white. Rook g8 check. King f3. Queen takes h3 check. King e4. Pawn takes e5. Queen f3. Queen h4 check. King e3. White's idea is to play knight e4. Knight d7. Pawn f6. Queen h2. Pawn f7. Rook f8. Bishop e2 and take decisive advantage. Rook g3 move preferred by black. Black is planning to play Queen f4 check. King f2. Queen takes f3 check and take decisive advantage. Queen takes g3 move preferred by white. Queen takes g3 check. King d2. Queen f2 check. Knight e2. Pawn e4. Pawn takes b6. Pawn takes d3. King takes d3. Queen takes f5 check. King e3. Queen e5 check. King d3. Pawn takes b6. Rook f1. Black is dominating the board. Let's go to the next game. Black played Queen d7. Pause the video to spot white's next move. Black might go for Bishop f5. Pawn a4. Bishop takes d3. Pawn takes d3. Rook fe8. Rook g5. Rook b1 check. King g2. Rook b2 check and secure a strong hold in the game. Bishop takes g6 was chosen by white. Pawn takes g6. Queen takes g6 check. King h8. Black is planning to play Bishop f5. Queen g3. Rook be8. Queen f2. Bishop h7 and take decisive advantage. Bishop g5 was chosen by white. White is preparing to play Bishop f6 check. Rook takes f6. Queen takes f6 check. King h7. Queen h4 mate and seize the initiative. Bishop takes e5 was chosen by black. Bishop e7. White is planning to play Queen h5 mate and gain a significant edge. Bishop g4 was chosen by black. Black is looking to play Bishop takes f3 check. Queen g2. Queen h3. Bishop f6 check. Rook takes f6. Pawn a3. Queen takes h2 mate and gain a significant edge. Rook takes g4 move preferred by white. Queen takes g4. Queen takes g4. Rook b1 check. King g2. White is preparing to play Bishop takes f8 and secure a strong hold in the game. Rook g8 played by black. Bishop g5. White's idea is to play Queen h5 check. King g7. Queen h6 check. King f7. Queen h7 check. Rook g7. Queen f5 check. King g8. Queen takes e5 and establish a winning position. Rook b7 played by black. Black is planning to play Rook takes g5. Queen takes g5. Rook g7. Queen g4. Rook takes g4 check and take decisive advantage. Pawn f4 was chosen by white. White's idea is to play pawn takes e5 and seize the initiative. Bishop d4 move preferred by black. Pawn c3. White is planning to play pawn takes d4 and dominate the board. Bishop b6 played by black. King f3. Bishop d8. Queen c8. White intends to play queen takes b7 and secure a strong hold in the game. Rook c7 was chosen by black. Bishop f6 check. Bishop takes f6. Queen takes c7. Rook f8. White is clearly ahead. Let's go to the next game. Black just played Queen d3. Pause the video to analyze White's next move. Rook takes g6. Queen takes e4. Rook takes h6 check. Pawn takes h6. Queen f6 check. King g8. Rook f3. White is aiming to play Rook g3 check. Queen g4. Rook takes g4 check. King h7. Queen g7 mate and increase their advantage significantly. Queen takes f3 was chosen by black. Queen takes f3. King g7. Queen takes b7. Rook e7. On c4. On f5. On c5. White is looking to play pawn takes d6 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight c8 move preferred by black. Queen a8. White is setting up to play bishop d1. Pawn takes c5. Pawn takes c5. Rook d7. Bishop f3. Knight e7. Queen takes a5 and gain a significant edge. King h7 played by black. Bishop c2. White intends to play pawn takes d6. Pawn takes d6. Queen takes a5 and establish a winning position. Rook ef7 move preferred by black. Queen takes a5. King h8. Bishop d1. White might go for bishop f3. King g7. Queen b4. Knight e7. On a5. Pawn takes c5. Pawn takes c5. Pawn c6. Queen d4 check and increase their advantage significantly. Pawn d5 move preferred by black. Queen a6. White is aiming to play queen takes h6 check and establish a winning position. Rook f6 was chosen by black. Black's idea is to play rook takes a6 and secure a stronghold in the game. Queen a5 played by white. Knight e7. Queen takes c7. Knight c6. Queen f4. Knight b4 check. King a3. White might go for king takes b4 and secure a stronghold in the game. Knight d3 was chosen by black. Black considers playing knight takes f4 and dominate the board. Queen h4 was chosen by white. White intends to play bishop c2. Knight c1. Bishop takes f5 and establish a winning position. Pawn f4 was chosen by black. Bishop e2. White considers playing bishop takes d3 and take decisive advantage. Knight takes b2 played by black. King takes b2. On f3 white has a strong upper hand. Let's go to the next game.